Let's go. I'm Christopher Pitt, and welcome to the Pursuit to Own podcast. At Pursuit to Own, we are pursuing ownership at every level of life. Whether it's mindset, business, life, or real estate, our goal is to get you from renting to owning your future. See, I felt the pain of poverty growing up as a sharecropper in zip code 27843. I understand the struggle of living in a one-bedroom shack, owning nothing, not even running water. But I turned that pain into purpose by becoming a premier affordable housing community developer, providing 27,843 ownership opportunities in marginalized communities. Here's the truth. Ownership starts in your mind, regardless of your situation or location. Whether you are escaping the poverty trap, buying a home, or starting a business, the pursuit to own mindset is the key to unlocking your zip code and success. Join me to discuss new innovative ways to own real estate with tokenization, blockchain, crowdfunding, fractional ownership, and so much more. Let's go. Welcome back to the Pursuit to Own podcast, where we want you owning at every level of life. Guys, today, we got a good one. Yeah, we got that thing, that secret sauce, that thing that's going to get you to the point where you are going to achieve your goal. That's right. We're going to talk about the most important thing that you have to do on your journey to being successful. And you want to hear a secret? Most people don't do it till it's too late. Most people don't do the most important thing until it's too late. Yep. So we're going to get right into this because at the end of the day, you got to know what you're pursuing. And in life, we're figuring everything out on the fly. And I'm speaking from a perspective of first generation. When you're first generation, it's no role models around. It's no one that you can kind of copy and mimic to get you to a certain point in life. It is all school of the hard knocks. But you want to get down to that secret, what someone needs to do to be successful? Well, here it is. Today's topic is simply about looking at the person in the mirror. That's right, you. Looking into you. Why is that important? Glad you asked. Because we all know the thoughts that run through our minds on a daily basis. We all know our insecurities. We know all the things about us that we don't like, right? So what most people try to do is we think about the result. What is the thing I want to achieve? If it's, I want to buy a piece of property, I want to buy a home. A lot of the first time generation people, they get so fixated on the end result, which you should have that thought, but they never look at themselves first. And that's what this is about, to own at every level of life. We have to look deep inside of us to understand who we are. Because once you understand that, a lot of the reasons and things that you do in life will make more sense. You will start to understand your why and what you need in life to feel fulfilled. We do so many things in life, and we don't even know why we're doing it. A lot of the times, your life is someone else's dreams. Sometimes you're doing something in life that your parents wanted you to do, or you doing something in life because it was the only thing you saw in your childhood. But it's someone else's life. It's not really yours. And nothing's wrong with that. But as we go and grow, that's right, go and grow, you got to take the time to sit and look at that person in the mirror, because it's amazing who you're staring at, right? That is the only person that has been with you every single day of your life. And guess what? They're going to be there for all the other days as well. You. So you got to get comfortable with you. Now, we started this journey because it was, based around struggles and pain. I started that way because that's who I am. That's who I am. The way that I react to certain challenges in life, the way I react to certain even good things in life is solely based on how I came um, through the gates of success, right? It's things about me that I can't change. I have to learn how to manage, right? Because once you have to understand something, if you're dealing with something in life, it's we'll say poverty, we'll say, some people have addictions. It's all kind of things that you can put into that bad bucket of life, right? It's a lot of things. No one wants to look into the bad bucket. My favorite line is, I put it in the basement. That's my line when I don't want to deal with the things I overcame in life. But we're missing such an amazing opportunity if we're able to deal with the stuff, right? That's in my basement, the stuff that's in that bad bucket of life. Because that is the person that is the strongest part of you. Believe it or not, you look at that time and you think this is the weakest version of you. But as you grow and understand that you got through it, it's actually the strongest part of you. The strongest part. So today, take some time because we're going to look in the mirror. Tell me what you see. For me, I see a person that I always dream will be close to, right? I see someone that has helped a lot of people. I see someone that has still tenacity to achieve more in life. I see a person that remains extremely grateful, right? But I also see that little kid that struggled. I also see that little kid that didn't know what to do in life. And I often think back to those days because I like to stay connected to the younger version of me. Yep, some people say it's hardship. I call it the dog. Like I need to be connected to the dog in me because it was a point in time where n- that mindset of I have to achieve this is the only reason I survived. And to me, that was my greatest superpower. And it can be yours. So once you change, take your pain and turn it into a purpose, it's powerful. It is powerful, right? We have spent years hiding who we are as a person. For me, I think I brought this up a couple of times. It is extremely embarrassing to say to someone, you're extremely poor when you walk into a boardroom with some extremely successful people, right? That is intimidating. That is something I tried to mask as much as possible. I wanted to look like them. I wanted to act like them. I tried to assimilate anything I could to look like success because I didn't want them to know who I really was from the past. Not that that past version wasn't worthy. It's just not the same that most people I deal with that was successful. Same thing from you. It's moments in your life that you're not proud of. It's moments in your life that you made mistakes. It's moments in your life that bad things happen that was out of your control. And now the day goes by that you don't think about it. But yet we don't take the opportunity to really learn from it and push it forward. Because what you gotta understand, it doesn't matter what you're trying to accomplish. Again, in life or in real estate as my profession, some of the same principles of life still remains the same. It remains the same. You have to know the person in the mirror. You have to be comfortable with the person in the mirror because you're going to be challenged. And again, this is stuff, when you're going through a hard time, is extremely you're not gonna listen, I would say, to someone just saying that because it sounds so surface, right? It's just like, oh, you just gotta look at. No, I'm talking about really sitting down with your pain. Because here's what you gotta understand. Whenever you start getting traction in your life, problems don't just go away. You may solve some of your older problems, but new ones will appear, right? They will appear. And it just anyone, the human race, people like commonality. They like to be around people that have similarities with, right? So even right now, when you're out and you're in a social um, place or the comfort zone of your home, look to your left, look to your right, and just quietly look. What you will find out is everyone you mostly around is pretty much at the same level at you, or you may be a little bit higher or a little bit lower, but it's pretty close. It's pretty close. And that's what people do. Here's the bad part about that. When you just deal with commonalities, if you're trying to do something different, it's going to be extremely hard for you to break through with that group because they're not going to understand why are you willing to, break the code and go further in life because it looks to them as if you have a good life. And I bring this up, it was something that I wasn't ready for. I didn't understand that there will be seasons of people in your life. They're there for a season, meaning it's, as you grow, you may grow past people. And that's hard a lot of the times, right? But it is essential that you understand that if you're not surrounding yourself around people that believe in you, number one, and people that are not afraid to take the next step in life, because that is the only way you're going to have any kind of positive reinforcement on your journey. It's hard enough. It's hard enough. Like, and I bring this up because I understand what it feels like, right? I know when it feels awkward that I'm trying so hard to go do something that no one else has done in my family or my group or association of people I'm with. And I'm the only one seeing it. You're trying to explain it. You're trying so hard, man. They don't get it. They don't see it. And that becomes frustrating for a lot of reasons, right? You can't understand why they can't see it, and they can't understand why you even be willing to do it. So I say all of this to understand that your environment matters, right? For me, as you can understand, right? If I was still in that same one bedroom shack, I wouldn't have the ability to be who I am today. Why? Because those same elements of poverty were still there, right? Let's just say that I got out of that home and I just still stayed in that little area where all my friends was still at when I grew up. I would never got to this level of success, period. Because no one is thinking past that. And that's what you got to be like. Yeah, let's talk about it. I mean, today's the day. This is the most important person in your life. That person staring at you in the mirror, right? And what I like to do with people when I start to work with them, as we start this journey of, hey, is it, you're looking for your first home or you're looking for your first piece of real estate? The first thing I got to ask people right from the beginning is, I need you to fill out your pursuit to own personal audit. I need to know who you are. I don't need to know your credit score yet. Don't need to know your finances yet. I need to know you. And you uh, haven't, when someone asks you that, right? Most people have a great fear of public speaking, right? I want to go on a limb and say, especially if you grew up with things that was challenging, having to be able to tell your story to a person of who you are is scarier than public speaking, right? Because this is the stuff you don't want nobody to know, right? This is the stuff that you have done so much around burying it as deep as possible. Now, I'm not telling you I need to know all of the, the trauma that came with it. But what I do want to know is how you overcame it, right? Because what we're going to do is at that point, now we have something. We just took the thing that was the hardest in your life and you overcame it. So I start there. Let's find this thing that you already overcame. Why do I do that? Because I want that person to know, regardless of what this journey looks like when you're trying to buy a home or new property, it can't be worse than that. Whatever goals you got in life going forward, it can't be worse than that. Right? So I create momentum based around the biggest struggle of your life and the thing you overcame. I truly believe that pain can be the blueprint to your success because you found out who you were that day or that month or that year. Like when you went through that, you found out who you were and you found out who was there for you, right? And it's only one person that you can absolutely count on every day. And it's that person in the mirror. That's right. So I'm going to need you to treat that person a little bit better. That's the only friend you got on this journey, right? If you can tap into the mindset, the energy, right? If you can go back to that and just put that in a bottle that you can just bring out anytime, that is your superpowers, right? Superpowers. Doesn't matter the goal. Pursuit. Pursuit. You got to wake up every day knowing that you got to get somewhere. Now, everybody may not know where you're going. Sometimes you ain't gonna even know where you're going, but you know you're going today. That is what the pursuit mindset is all about. Knowing that I understand I'm going to uncharted waters. I understand I've never been here before, but I know when I face this challenge, I am equipped to overcome. I am equipped to keep moving. And I'm equipped to accomplish this goal because I deserve it. Flat out. And when you start having that level of tenacity in your life and that level of attentionality in your life, it's life changing, guys. It's life changing. Life changing. When people ask me again about real estate, they want to buy real estate. I am extremely passionate about real estate and what it can do to someone's life if bought properly, of course. They never come to the table with the things they need to attain the property. And I always wonder, why would someone take the time out of the day and speak with a broker about a home, even go visit the home, and then they haven't checked their credit. They don't know what kind of savings they have. They don't know anything financial that they would need to purchase a home. They took the time out to go sit at this home and just, you know, but it's back to that same point. They're thinking of a way, they're envisioning or manifesting this thing that they want. But at the end of the day, we have to address the thing that you're going to need as a requirement. I have seen so many people to get disappointed when I say, hey, you're going to need 2 years of work history. You're going to need a valid bank account with X amount of dollars in it. And the shock on their face is amazing to me. So I'm like, I can't believe they're going to ask me that. I'm looking at them like, I can't believe they won't ask that. Like, you're buying. This is the biggest decision of your life. This is the biggest investment most people make in their life, buying their own home. And you think no one is going to ask for anything. Like, it just shows you how so many people allow a situation to dictate the rest of their life, right? They will run away from just understanding credit, how they need to improve it, understanding I need to put myself on a budget so that I can feel comfortable and have freedom with buying a house and not being a prisoner of the payment because I didn't understand where I was at, right? We had to understand this stuff. But what people are doing, they're trying to avoid the pain and the shame, right? Because they know the minute that bank look and they see this credit score and people go all to pieces, right? Oh, they'll come up with every excuse in the book. And I just seen people disappear. Now, why would a person disappear from their own? This is their goal. This is their dreams, right? Why would you disappear the minute something that is known that when you looked in the mirror, you knew you had issues with credit? We just using that as an example. Why would that cause you to ghost yourself and just remove yourself from that journey? But you knew it. Are you hoping someone found out? Like, I'm telling you this for a reason. When you grow up in struggles and you grow up in poverty, the biggest challenge you're going to have in life going forward is self-sabotage. That's right. You hear me. You will be willing to talk yourself out of great opportunities because you are fearful of what needs to happen and what you need to accomplish to get to that point. So it is much easier to say, oh, it's just the system. Oh, this ain't fair, blah, blah, blah. But you would say anything because if you don't get the new goal in life, you're back where you at, right? So back where you at means comfort. All the people you sitting around, they get to say, that's right. You don't need that house anyway. You don't need to buy that property anyway. They all patting you on your back. Don't stress about it. Let me tell you something. There will be stress with struggle. There will also be stress with success, right? You choose. You're going to struggle regardless. You're going to struggle, right? Or you're going to succeed. You're going to have stress regardless of the path you take. There is stress with the struggle. There is stress with the success, right? You cannot move forward in life without producing some level of energy. If not, you will stay at rest. Stay at rest. What I want this group, and I want all of my pursuit to own people to understand, like, let's harness in on the greatest power you got. Let's liberate you from the thing that held you prisoner your entire life. The pain, right? Let me tell you something. People would do just about anything to avoid pain. Once you experience something that is so excruciating, so painful, you would do anything to not experience that again. The problem with all of that is once we put that stuff that in a box, we put all of it in the box, and that's the problem. Even if you overcame, you put your you I get it. I swear I get it. Like I get it. But if you take all the thing that you overcame in your life and you took it away, you took away your superpower, right? You took it away. You took it away. That is a version of you that you only bring out when your life is on the line. And that's what I need you to understand. We need to be able to command that person, not only when your life is on the line physically, but mentally, emotionally, right? When you are trying to get through something in life, you have got to find that person, that version of you that says, I am done with this. I don't care what I got to do next, but it's happening. And it takes people a lot longer to get there. It's not exact science, but there's a point in your life when you are just like, I am completely done with this. It is a point in life when you're going to stop lying to yourself, right? There's a point in life when you know that you are not who you're supposed to be. And there's also a moment when you're going to know it's all your fault because you stopped living once you got through one thing. And what you should have done was keep compounding that success and built momentum to get you to the big dreams without self-sabotaging yourself. Right? When you go through a struggle in life, your only goal is just to get stabilized. It is not to succeed. I'm gonna run that back. When you are struggling in life, your main goal is just to get your life stable, not succeed. When you look at success from that level, stable platform, it represents struggle again to you. But you can't understand the difference between is this a struggle for success or is this a struggle from stress, right? You can't figure out which direction it's going. But you're going to stress in the success, but it's worth it. Playing it safe on that stable platform has to be temporary in your life. I understand it is exhausting when you are trying to dig yourself out of a bad situation when there's no one around to help you. And when you finally get there, you just want to breathe. And I get it. Breathe. Breathe it in. But you don't stop there, guys. You can't stop there. I know it feels good when you made it that far. I know you're looking down and you can see where you came from. But the work is not done. The work is not done. See, when you get into your purpose in life, you're going to understand clearly it's not just what you do, it's who's watching you, right? When you tie into that dog and people see you continue to fight, you inspire them to continue to fight, right? When you decide that not, I repeat, I am not going to be a victim. I am not going to be a prisoner of my pain anymore. You're not inspiring the person you're looking at in that mirror. You're inspiring many more, right? And for me, getting you to understand that is unbelievable because when I place people like you, those people that are determined that I'm going to get from this stable platform, and you know what? I am ready to be stressed. and I'm ready for the success, right? When you're back in that mode in life, you build momentum. You build momentum. Now, by you doing that, just say you have now committed to owning your first property, home, what have you. You have just broken the chains of poverty in your family. That's how serious this is. That is how serious this is. When you're the first one and you keep going, every time you take a step forward, that poverty chain weakens. And you can hear it, man. I'm telling you now, I wake up now, I can hear that chain. It keeps me going because I know we're breaking this thing. Because now I have broke it once for my immediate family. Now I want to break it again for my family to come, right? I want to get rid of that poverty chain from my last name forever, right? That's where I'm at with it in life, right? That's what I wake up to every day. Like, it ain't just about me anymore. Like, I know I had a slower start in life. I had to overcome some things, but that doesn't mean I can't be a superhero today to keep things moving so this never happens again. That's tenacity. That is the pursuit mindset. Stop self-sabotaging yourself. You are worthy. You, the person in the mirror, is worthy. And it took me a hard time to understand that. You second guess, why would someone be willing to help? Why would I get this opportunity, Lord? Like, why me? Why not you? Why not you? Ooh, I mean, today I know we brought some heat today. But guys, today is a really important day because today is the day you're going to look in the mirror. And I want you to be honest with that person you're looking at. And you need to treat that person with respect because that's the only person you got that will ever have your back, right? That person in the mirror ain't going nowhere. If you're breathing, that person breathing. If you're leaving, that person's leaving, right? Learn how to treat yourself better. Learn how to maximize who you are. Have a moment to reflect of the pain you may had in your life. But don't forget about when you broke out of it. Don't forget the moment that you knew you have beat it, whatever that may be. Right? That moment that when you jumped out of there and now you're sitting, like I said, in that place of stability, that is something to be proud of. But that's not how our story ends. Just being stable is not our story. You were put here to do more. You were put here to not only help you, your family, but anyone that comes in contact with you that had similar struggles than you. Because you know that person better than anyone. And that is the person you should serve. So I know today was a hard one, but we started off with the thing we all need to do when we're pursuing anything as far as business or in life. Again, pursuit to own is about owning at every level of life. But it all started with being honest with the person in the mirror. So in the meantime, to the next time, take a nice moment of reflection on all the things that you overcame in your life. Take that secret superpower that you got when you overcame it, and now stay in pursuit to become the person you know you should be. And don't let yourself or anyone else talk you out of it. See, we're not going to self-sabotage anymore. We're not going to self-sabotage anymore. There is always a path forward. You just got to commit to it. And as always, stay in pursuit. Stay tuned to some more great episodes coming. And again, be nice to the person in the mirror. Let's go. Thank you for listening to the Pursuit to Own podcast. If today's episode inspired you, don't stop here. Take the next step toward owning your future. Visit pursuittoown.com to sign up and join our growing community of wealth builders. And don't forget to follow us on social media at Pursuit to Own for updates, tips, and success stories. Together, we're turning dreams into assets. Until next time, stay in pursuit.